Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about personal hygiene, and at the same time I will be doing a makeup look. And so basically this video is a talk through video. Just jump into this video. I'm first of all going to moisturize my face with Shiseido White Lucent Emulsion brightening serum, which has a SPF 15 in it that helps with the sun ray. I'm just going to squeeze one pump on here, and I would like to mix it with my MAC Cosmetics Time Check lotion, and I'm going to squeeze this one as well, and I just spread these both together. The next thing I'm going to be applying to my face is my Clinique Pep Start Moisturizer, which is a Hydro Blow moisturizer, and it does moisturizes the skin. It keeps moisture on the face. And then I will go ahead and also add a drop of my Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion night serum. I use this both morning and night. And guys, please ignore the noise from my fire detector. I did change the battery. I'm not sure why it is still alarming. So I'm just going to take a squeeze of the oil and put one on here, and massage it into my skin. And this is just to work with the face to give it more moisture. And this cream basically is a night serum, but can be used in a day if you are using SPF on your skin. It is a peel. It's to rejuvenate the skin and store moisture. And so because it is winter time, I always want to make sure that my face is moisturized properly. So for that, I normally will use my Becca Even Tone Poreless Perfector Primer. So this goes on the perimeter of my face, and then my Becca primer goes in this area of the face, and that's that. So I just kind of use the shade like I showed you. I use hashtag in the crease, and then I blended out the shade Teddy Bear, and I also added the shade Wine and Dine, and then on my lid I used the shade Awesome Sauce, which is this one, and then a little bit of On Fleek. So this is what it's coming up to. I love it. I'm taking L'Oreal liquid liner to line my outer V. Let me start with my topic today. So like I said, we're talking about female hygiene today, personal care and all that. And what prompted my conversation is that over the years, I've been in the United States for 18 years about, and over the years I've always seen women go to the bathroom during the winter, especially when they use the restroom. It smells terrible. So I decided to come to you guys with this hygiene talk through video, and I hope that it does not offend anyone. I'm not talking to somebody in particular, but whatever information I'm going to be using today is just from my personal experience and not to target a particular person, the female part. And I know girls around teenage and up, an interesting topic for you guys. I have 5 kids, and one is 20 and the other one is a teenage girl right now. So even though I said, well, thanks America, thank you, my little daughter was, the oldest was in the 4th grade, and I called her to talk about you know, that time of the month, and just kind of gave her information and what she needs to do, in case that she happens to receive, so she will know how to take care of it. She said, oh mom, or they already talked to us at school about it, and they gave us pads and all of that. I'm like, oh really? Thanks America for you know taking mine, you know, whatever, for going ahead of me and talking to my kid. I do not like this Tarte mascara. To me, it doesn't give any volume to the lashes. I'm gonna use it as my lower lash liner mascara. So the mascara I'm using here right now is the Maybelline Calypso Beach Shot Mascara. So I'm using this Revive. Lashes, and the style is Beverly Hills Bombshell. So I'll talk to you guys. I'll be talking to you guys while my lashes dry, my lash glue dry out. So like I said, I'm starting up with you know, hygiene. Just pretty much caring for the female part of the body. I noticed particularly that during the winter, using the restroom, whether it was at work or a public restroom, the place will smell so terrible after someone had been in there. Now the reason here is, well, I shouldn't just jump to conclusion, but I think that because the body has odor, and so if you don't do something to control the odor, it's going to always be a problem for you. And especially as a young girl coming up, or you know, as a woman, it's always going to be something embarrassing, in a sense that if you come across a man, if you are dating, you come across a man, that man is a very clean man. A man, if you are dating, you come across a man, that man is a very clean man, you probably not gonna, he's probably not gonna keep you because, you know, of that body odor. Is possible, and it goes vice versa. It's both women and both men. We have to learn to clean our genitals, genital area. Okay, let's consider the vagina in our Liberian term. So we have to learn to avoid odors from our private parts, whether it is a girl, a boy, or man, or a woman. We need to learn how to care for those areas. Sometimes people have strong body odor because they were born that way, and some people just don't have body odor at all in that area. But I'm just saying here today that if you are one of those that have, sometimes the body odor may arise because of you not taking care of your body. And when I say taking care of the body, I'm referring to one, bathing or cleaning the nunu girl area, and keeping the odor, you know, free, because obviously the vagina has its own normal scent that it comes with, that you're born with. As a woman, the vagina has a particular scent, and so it becomes unbearable if you do not take care of that area. It smells worse than, you know, its natural scent, if I would say it that way. So when we talk about personal hygiene, hygiene is basically the way you take care of yourself. In a sense that it is the way you practice on keeping your body clean. Hygiene also refers to keeping your surroundings clean, like where you live and all that. And the reason why you want to have a good hygiene routine is because you want to make sure that your body or your surrounding is clear of diseases. Okay, once you get into that hygienic routine of, you know, brushing your mouth, washing your hands each time you go to the restroom, taking shower, cleaning your surrounding, basically, at least if you are in that routine of, you know, that particular style of hygiene, you pretty much will be, you know, helping to avoid diseases. The few I name is just few things that you can, you know, start with. Sometimes people don't know what to do because of lack of information, or one may not know how to care for their body because they did not learn it, they did not know anything about it. And I'll give an example to myself. When I was growing up, I was someone that always had a perspiration under my arm. I would always sweat. I had Africa, West Africa, Liberia to be specific. It is a tropical weather. It's hot there most time of the year, and so I know that good personal care leads to good health. And so these few tips, I'm just going to share it with you, and it's something that you can use 24 hours 365 days of the year. Okay, and I'm just being real to you guys. Okay, and I'm just being real to you guys. You don't need to be going to the restroom and not checking after yourself. When you use the restroom, you need to turn around make sure that you're not leaving any mess there for somebody else to come and look at it. Like for we the women, when you are on your period, you want to make sure that when you use the toilet that nothing flashes, you know, from the water in the toilet on the tap of, you know, the seat or something. Just make sure to always look behind you and make sure that you are not leaving any mess behind you that somebody else will have to see or have to call you to clean. At least that's what I grew up doing. And so with that said, let's shoot. So it is extremely important to I said earlier that I'm from Liberia. Because the place is very hot, I might end up showering 3 times a day, but at least on a daily basis I'll shower in the morning and at night. And so if you get into the habit of doing that, obviously you know that your body is going to adjust to that. Your body will also tend not to keep scents like odors, bad odors. The odors will be reduced. It's not going to eliminate it, but it will reduce your bodily odor, whether it's on the arm or the feet. Your nunu girl and the other one close to the nunu girl, like all that other area, okay, your body is going to get used to you showering, and so it's not going to keep all that scent. It's going to minimize the bodily odor pretty much. Okay, so I already primed my face, and the foundation I'm using today is my new Bobbi Brown foundation. I did a tutorial with that, and I'm going to put it up soon. I think the lady matched me very the matching she did was wrong. I think the foundation is too dark for my skin. Well, you can always fix that by using something lighter in the middle of your face. She was concentrated on my neck. She said, oh, your neck is a little darker than your face, and so you always want to match. I'm like, yeah, like I don't already know. See how dark that foundation is? But that's okay, I will make it work. And I'm returning the foundation anyway because it's too dark. So before I continue here, I'm using my Olenhenrickson Nurture Me facial water just to moisturize again, especially because I primed my face in the beginning and all of the primer has dried. So I'm taking my Carity F27 stippling brush or flat top kabuki brush, and I'm just going to blend out this beautiful long wear foundation. I will complete my under eye here in a little bit, but I have just started doing my foundation this way. Before I used to color correct. Now I really don't color correct because my skin is doing so much better. So it really puzzles me that some women are on their period that they don't think about changing or showering every day. You have to change your pad. You have to wash that area. You have to shower. There are a lot of stuff on the market that you can use to clean your vagina area. They got so I'm just going to mention that I have this Summer's Eve. It's a rich and creamy formula that I use, a lavender formula that I use at night to cleanse my area there. It also helps with pH balance, and it is dermatologist and gynecologist tested. And this stuff is to use externally, not inside your nunu girl. You use it and you use it to wash that area, and it helps to eliminate odors as well. And here, odor black, and it helps stop odor before it starts. It has a triple odor protection, It is for all skin types. It gives you all day freshness, and it also is gentle, tough on odor, and it says here it's hypoallergenic. I believe that's how they pronounce the word. So that's the Vajayjay brand. They also, so I also use this Summer's Eve brand as, you know, unscented wash in a day for sensitive skin. And then there's another one that is like orange, the same Summer's Eve brand. So they have a lot that you can find anywhere, guys. You can find it in Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, any one of those stores. You can find these things. So now, because the female area is so sensitive, you need to treat it with gentle care. And this wash that I'm telling you about is not for you to insert, it's for you to wash the outside. If you decide to clean inside you, for example after sex or what have you, then of course you want to make sure and clean with, use your clean finger and clean inside you, which obviously if anything goes into the Vajayjay that doesn't belong there, it comes out. So for that part, you don't need to worry about it. But if you feel that the need to really clean that area, it's good to wash your hands. Again, wash your hands. You wash your hands, you're going to save yourself out of germs from that area. So another simple thing is just restroom and urinating. You use toilet paper. Sometimes the toilet paper has particles and it leaves, you know, all around that area. So you always want to at least try to use some feminine wipes. This is a store brand. This is Walmart store brand, and they also do have that in this. They have feminine wipes in this brand, and also the Summer's Eve brand. And there is also another brand that's the FDS. So this is the spray that you use to freshen up as well. You basically this spray basically helps as well with the odor. You spray it in of your vagina, avoid putting things close to that area and inside. And so just spray around there. A lot of particles on there. After using it, you want to, you know, use a feminine wipe to wet that area as well. That also works. And then like I said, you can spray. So for concealer today, I'm using this Revlon Color Stay Concealer that I love so much. Okay, so this concealer feels very great. It's a full coverage concealer. I need to stack up on it because I am going out of it. If you use that, and if you are someone that sweats in that area as well, you want to keep the area dry. So that brings me to the next item. This is the powder. This is a deodorant powder that helps to protect or block odor from that area because it absorbs the moisture and helps prevent any bad scent. It feels very silky. It has a silky formula that helps you prevent chafing. So you want to put it in that area, you know, just put it around the area just to keep the place dry, because once there is moisture under there, there's always going to be a chance of bacteria forming, and so the sweats and all that helps to create moisture. And that brings me to another point. You always want to wear a cotton panties so that you don't so that it absorbs any sweats, I would say, pretty much. And then use some sort of panty. If it is a silk panty, make sure that it is breathable formula or breathable garment. I'm taking this Morphe sponge to blend. So yes, if you are using silk panties, make sure you using one that that is kind of breathable. Don't use one that's going to retain the moisture in that area. And so if you are doing that, you should likely be okay in that area and avoid any bacteria forming in there, and also avoiding bacteria that form through well, basically what I'm trying to say is that because the private area, your underarm, your feet and all that area sweat, you just want to make sure to keep it dry so that you don't have any bacteria forming there. And I knew that I was taking shower and everything, and to avoid the odor, what I did, that's just a traditional or natural remedy. I would take the lime, yes, the lime, and cut it, squeeze it on the towel and rub it under my arm. You know, dilute it and rub it under my arm. And even if I want to help get rid of odor in my vagina area, you know, odor between there or whatever, or stop anything from building up, that's always a good thing to you know, squeeze out the lime and then dilute it a little bit and use a wet towel to wet that area with it. Or you could even put it in something and use the water to wash that area with it. This is just something that I learned when I was a little girl. I'm not saying if you do that, you do that at your own risk. I'm not telling you to take the lime and just squeeze it on the towel and wet that area. I didn't say that. Don't quote me. Don't say Patricia said that. I never told you that. I said dilute it. Lime does have acid, so you put it in that area, it's going to burn, because that area is a fleshy area and very sensitive. So you just take it and put it in that area. You're going to speak some language. Okay. To set my under eye area, I'm going to use this Mercier translucent powder that I have a love and hate relationship with. Sometimes I use it. My makeup comes out very good, but sometimes when I use it, it doesn't. So you know what? I decided that it is not the powder, it's actually whatever product that I'm working with, whatever foundation that I'm working with. So okay, so let's move on. So I'm somebody that sweats under my arm, or as you said, used to sweat under my arm. So I will use roll-on and everything. But when I came to the United States, I don't think we had it there. The first time I saw, you know, that was in the United States here, after going through several, I mean, I'm like, there's just got to be something that works for my underarm, you know. And so I decided to go to this. I always used to be on a hunt for a good deodorant that's going to stop my sweat. I will go and buy deodorants and they're going to say, oh, it's 24 hour sweat blocking whatever in there. And guess what? It ain't going to do nothing for me, girl. It ain't doing nothing for me. When I got on the hunt, I finally came across this product. It is Certain Dry. This is the this is an anti-perspirant deodorant, and if it, you know, it has a higher power in there. It is dermatologist recommended. It's one of those solid foundation, you know, it's one of those solid roll on. It doesn't have so it looks like this. And another kind of that is the liquid type, and this one has like the ball, the roll-on thing on here. So this is a Certain Dry prescription strength clinical anti-perspirant roll-on. So I put this under my arm, no sweat. So that has been taking care of my sweat issue since I found it. So I will use the roll-on morning and night. That's how I use it. I think you were supposed to use it once a day, but I use it twice a day since I take bath, you know, at least twice a day. So I'll use it on that in the morning and use it at night. And then in addition to that, I'm going to spray my, you know, deodorant. So I go between a couple of them. I use the Secret brand. I also use the Nivea brand. This one my friend brings from Brussels for me and I really love it. They have several different kind. So I use that. Now I didn't say the pencil that I'm using. The eye pencil that I'm using is from Kabrow Cosmetics, and this is their eyeliner pencil in Lush. It says Lushness 04. Brush that I use for my eyes. I didn't add any product. I just left that and then decided to go with the product I left on the brush. So I'm just using that to set that pencil up and then also smudge under my eye. Medically sweat so is called hypohidrosis, something like that. So if you have hypohidrosis issue, you always want, which is people that sweat in some parts of the body, including the vagina area, you want to make sure to always shower. That helps to eliminate the odor, clean that area, keep it clean all the time. And in fact, as women, keeping that area clean and all of that may avoid you having bacteria that could lead to trichomoniasis or yeast infection. I want to keep the area clean so you don't have that problem. There's causes of that, like from sexual intercourse. So I'm just saying, you know, you want to keep the area clean so that you have that problem. Today I'm using this photo balm from the Balm Cosmetics. I used it once but I did not like it, so I'm giving it another trial. Yeah, so just to recap what I said, it's very important to take care of the body by cleaning it, taking bath, changing your panties, changing your pads when you're menstruating, changing your clothes and all that. Well, yeah, a key thing to do is always make sure to take bath. So now I'm going to tell you my experience with not cleaning the Vajayjay area. So I was in a and then he's like, no, I'm not. I said, look, let me tell you something. I'm not stupid and I didn't lose my sense of smelling. So you smell with woman, you know, you smell with woman vagina. Whoever vagina you put your mouth in, it stink and you need to get out of my house right now. You know I love America. If somebody tell you leave, you better pack your satokas and leave. Don't stay there, because when they say leave, which means you are no longer invited there. So he tried to stick around to convince me and stuff. I was like, you know what, don't make it any worse than it is right now. You know, just go, and that's bye-bye for you and I don't want to be in a relationship with a man, you know, who cheating and hiding it, but then at the same time bringing it to my face by bringing somebody's thing, you know, sent to me. I wasn't happy with that. It didn't settle well with me, and so I told him goodbye. So, yep. you taking your dirt and bringing it to somebody. That's just really nasty. That was just really nasty. It really pissed me off. It really pissed me off. Like, why would you think that it's okay to bring your, you know, stink scent to my house? Why do you think that's okay? I mean, who does that? You're gonna sleep around, but then you're gonna take that stink muff and come and bring it to me. That was the nastiest and stinkiest thing I've ever experienced. And I was like, bye. Bye. Even if he had diamond or gold that he was wasting on me, I wouldn't have kept that relationship. I wouldn't have, because I would have never ever trusted him anymore. I'm taking my Sigma soft angle contour brush in F23, and I'm just going to put on this blush, the Azures blush. Yeah, Azures from My Cosmetics. This blush is very pigmented. And then also this brush, if you are using it on a blush that doesn't have that much pigmentation, you know, it picks up a lot of the product and put it on. So when I'm using it with a blush that has pigmentation, I go very light, because it could move from, you know, one to eliminate that high powering shimmer that I put on. So because this is so golden and matches my melanin, so I don't have to worry if I'm putting too much or not, because it just blends in with the skin and it is very beautiful. Yes, to recap, on cleaning the vagina area, you want to make sure you shower daily, keep the area dry. It should not have any moisture in that area. And also make sure that maybe at night you wear your nightgown or pajamas, and probably just don't wear any underwear. Just leave it like that. You know, let that thing breathe. You know, let it breathe. It needs air. They say all living things need air, right? So that area needs air. So you want to make sure you keep that area, you know, breathing here and there. Sometimes keep it open. And foods that are high in sugar, medically or per research, shows that they impact the sweats. And washing the vagina area with, you know, antibacterial soap or one of your feminine wash or what have you. Changing your pads when you are menstruating. Putting powder in that, you know, under there to keep the place dry, letting it air out. All those are, you know, things that you could do to prevent your vagina from bacteria. Now with that said, let me do my lips, and that's it for the look. I hope you enjoy my chit chat video. I'll bring you such content. Man. My lip pencil is my MAC Cork lip liner, but it's not shopping. So lipstick I'm using today is from Colourpop, and this is, oh, I decided to use the nice nude lipstick. So guys, that's